So today on Back Garden Tips we just have another quick little video. Had the lt80 come in, no running. Stripped the piston down. It's running original carb. Basically he said he were riding it and it's just bogged out and cut out on him. So I've had the engine apart and the piston, don't worry about the quad looks a mess, but the engine runs mint now. The piston, obviously, it dried up from two-stroke. It does have the oil tub on there, and what I've done now is I've put a little line on so you can see if the oil's going down, because what is when you get the oil fed, you get the oil pump, oil feed to here, which was circulating fine. Now this pipe here, which is going to the carb, that brass nipple on the carb had blocked up and starved the engine for two-stroke oil. So basically, because that had blocked up over time when two-stroke was gunked up, it starved the engine of two-stroke and seized the piston. Now I bought a brand new piston kit off eBay, just one of them Chinese ones. Rebuilt it, put it all back on together, and yeah, it's just on its running in period. So basically, that is the reason why I do not trust them. I do not trust auto mixes. I always tell people when they bring them, always pre-mix your fuel. So when I rebuilt the engine, I always strip out all fuel they've got, because I don't believe what's in there, or it could be old fuel. I always run Supreme fuel and not the E10, because the E10 fuel does not work. It just makes quads and bikes just run shit. So I put fresh super fuel in there. And obviously on the running in period, I always put extra two-stroke. So I've run it at 150ml two-stroke into 5 litres of super fuel. As you can see from the exhaust, she's got a little bit of smoke, but that's running perfect. To say it's one of them Chinese kits, obviously instead of sending off his barrel, which was already a Chinese kit on there, as you can see, yeah, first touch of button, fires straight back up. And now I'm going to be telling the customer to be running premix, because it's got oil in. But what I've done is, obviously you can see I've put a line on there, and then he can be running it while it's got premix in the running in period, so he knows that it's definitely got two-stroke in there, and then he can check from that line if the two-stroke goes down. If the two-stroke goes down, then he knows that he's getting two-stroke run through his car. But until then, we're just going to run in premix. But what I do is I cap them off and I don't run this oil pump. Also, he has an aftermarket fuel tap on there, so it just has reserves on and off. But when you do that and you get your single pipe coming out to your carb, you have to block the top compression hole up. Basically on the original carbs, they run on that pump, obviously, you know, with the rubber gauge obviously sucks from the engine, which gives it fuel. So when you swap your fuel tap, which I believe these are a lot better, you don't get any problems with them. You can turn it off, because when you have the other pump on, the seals in the back of there fail and they flood the engine and they end up filling all this up with petrol. So like I say, now quick flip foot guy, I'll turn her on. As you can see, no choke, starts up, runs mint. So as you can see, no choke. That's with a Chinese kit. It's had about 30 minutes running time now on its first tank of fuel. So yeah, going back to the customer. And thanks for watching, and keep up with the updates with the other videos that I keep posting. And if you do like them, just stick a like on there first. Thank you. See you in a bit.